Hi, it's Tony here at Victor Litz Music. Going to do our 3 guitar a day video. Something we do as often as we can, 4 or 5 times a week. And today's guitars, if you like what you see, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. But today's guitars are a little different. Then I'm going to plug them in. Number of people are responding to the videos. That's great. We appreciate that. Hey, I thought you were going to play it so we could hear what it sounds like. So we'll do that. But these guitars are kind of the semi-hollow, hollow body, solid body classical guitars that are this thin. Maybe you can give Gibson, Chet Atkins credit for it, then Godin did them. Well, Cordoba's got one here. I'm going to show you the first one, and then there's 2 others to stay tuned on, and the third one is completely different than these, but it's the Yamaha Silent Guitar. But you can see how thin they are. It is a nylon string classical guitar. It's got the wide nut. This is an edgeburst, which is what they call their sunburst. It's a real pretty piece of wood. They put a nice accent with wood knobs, volume and tone controls. Fingerboard's got the neat cutaway there. Interesting sound holes off to the side, just sets it apart from everything else. But they play great, they sound great. So acoustically, this guitar, not plugged in, so you could practice silently. Right? Once I plug it in, there's going to be a little snap because I'm trying to do this live, 1 take only. Here is what it will sound like plugged in. That is the first one. That's the Cordoba classical. The next one's an Ibanez, Tim Henson. Tim Henson's a YouTube sensation. It's a really pretty guitar. It's a little lighter weight, but you can check it out. Similar kind of thing. Maybe it's a telly looking style. Then it is hollow, where it's got the sound hole off to the side for self-monitoring. It is active. It's got the battery, so it's good and strong. Gold hardware, but look at the inlays in the neck. And the Tim Henson guys, like I say, a YouTube sensation that was super popular there for a minute. And he's got a couple of different Ibanez signature models. But binding, that's a pearloid binding around the top, the back, sides of the neck, up around the headstock, and even on the where the neck joins the body on the little shoulder right there. So beautiful guitar. Let's see what this one sounds like. Again, it'll be a little snap. We'll get over it. That's this one. It's got a built-in tuner, volume, treble, bass. There's a phase button, and I think the phase is really about canceling any feedback, trying to find a notch filter kind of thing. So that's the second one. Third one, it's got some special effects built in. So Yamaha Silent Guitars. Okay, we've got this in a few different things, nylon or steel string. I figured I'd show a steel string today. But SLG 200 STBL Silent Guitar trans black. It's also in stock in the brown finish. Trans black here. The other one just looks brown right there. But this, the battery access here, input jack over there, and it's got some extra features where you can put auxiliary in and headphones in so that you can play silently. This is all the louder this guitar is, acoustically. And I'm wearing a mic, so you should be able to hear some of it, what comes through. But you could plug in an auxiliary to jam along with, to play along with, to practice with, and then put headphones on. Nobody else could hear you. Or we'll plug it into an amplifier and see what you do for performance. If you haven't seen these before, they totally pull apart. Fits in a long, skinny gig bag. So it's a small, compact travel instrument. And then we'll show you the effects, which I think are outstanding. Here is the guitar. That's with the effects. Let's do it without for a second. So, that's dry. Right? Then it's going to have a reverb, which is big, brings it to life. Or chorus. So you get the full experience with what the effects built in these are. Once again, it's got a blend pickup and a microphone, a built-in tuner. You can plug in an auxiliary input. You can jam along with it all through headphones, and it would be as silent as me turning the volume off. Just that loud. Again, I'm wearing a microphone, so you should be able to hear some of that. There's your Yamaha Silent Guitars. They do this in a classical, they do it in a steel string, they do it in a few different finishes, they do it in a violin. Violins are back ordered until August. We need those. So we are Victor Litz Music Center in Gaithersburg, Maryland. We buy, sell, trade. We will pay cash or a check for one item at a time or an entire collection. We look forward to helping with that. We offer lessons and rentals and repairs. We're here 7 days a week, nice big showroom. Anytime you're in the Washington metropolitan area, you have to come see us. We always have something different. We're famous for special purchases and closeouts and one-of-a-kind items, new and used. We buy, sell, trade used vinyl record albums. So if you're into that, we've got a bunch of those. Again, the lessons, school band instrument rentals, PA rentals, if you're the weekend warrior and just need a subwoofer or an entire system, small stuff. We don't rent any of the huge sound systems. But we are Victor Litz Music Center in Gaithersburg, Maryland. We appreciate you checking it out. If you like what you see, subscribe to our channel. I do 3 down and dirty guitars a day, and they are not going to take much time, and I'm not going to dive in real deep. We just do a one take, and any mistakes, they're right there on the camera for you to see. But come check us out, Victor Litz Music in Old Town, Gaithersburg, Maryland. Thanks, and have a great day.